I wanted to share with you all something really important, and I think might be one of the most important tool strategies that you can ever implement into a relationship. And when I'm talking about relationships specifically, I'm going to focus on romantic relationships. And this is something that you can utilize in a professional relationship, a friendship, a family relationship, whichever kind of relationship. And it's this: avoid mind reading your partner. Okay? Avoid mind reading your partner. And I know, Jesse, it just doesn't sound that romantic. They're my partner. They should know what I'm thinking and feeling. Right? We've all read the stories. We've all seen the movies where they talk about, oh, yes, they were so in love that they just finished each other's thoughts, and just the mere thought of one another, and they could feel what the other was doing, and da-da-da-da, and blah, 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 and the prince and the princess lived happily ever after on a thought and a whim. Yes, we've all done that. We all were raised on that, and we all got brainwashed into thinking that a relationship is made up of these fanciful thoughts, and that the prince is going to rescue the damsel in distress, and they're going to live happily ever after. There is a reason Disney movies ended it happily ever after, because as we all know, it takes a lot of freaking work to be in a relationship. And one of the things that you can make a practice of doing to make that work seem less like work and more enjoyable, and just enhance the overall enjoyment of the relationship, is to avoid mind reading, which means you're making, more specifically, communication a priority. You see, as couples or in any sort of relationship, we like to assume that the person that we're with knows what we're thinking. I mean, if they love us, after all, they know, right? If they love us, they would get it when we tell them to take out the trash, and they know we mean it. If they love us, they know how important it is to compliment us on how hard we work. If they really love me, they would know how important it is to tell me I look pretty. I look pretty, right? And then if they don't, what does that mean? Oh, it means they don't pay attention to us. It means they don't care. It means they don't value my hard work. It means they just don't care about my appearances. They don't listen to me when I talk. Right? We have a list. That explains what that means. Yet, do we really ever take the time to explain it to our partner? Yeah, we might do it once. We might do it twice. And then we might assume that they're just going to remember it all. Okay, here's the thing, you guys. All of us think, what, 50,000 plus thoughts a day? And how many of them do you really remember at the end of the day? 20? Maybe. Your partner not remembering certain things doesn't mean they love you any more or less. What it means is that you just need to work a little bit harder with them and teach them and talk to them and teach them in a way that they can understand. Use language that they know. For women, if you have a guy that loves sports, use a sports metaphor when you're explaining to him how it makes you feel when he tells you that you look pretty. Okay? If you're with a girl, don't assume that she's just going to know to tell you how much she appreciates the hard work you do. If she's really into fashion, use a fashion metaphor and explain to her what it means. Don't assume she's just going to know and then she's going to tell you. Okay, and what is this doing? Girls, you use a sports metaphor. Guys, you use a fashion metaphor. What are you doing? You're now having to delve deeper into the psyche of your partner. You're having to understand them a little bit more. Get in their mindset. You have to see the world through their eyes. And then in doing so, it's going to allow you guys to go closer together instead of just assuming that they're going to automatically get what you're coming from. Assumption in the relationship, especially when it's on the area of mind reading, is a relationship destroyer. It is a heart crusher, because we start to assume that we're always thinking on the same page. You guys, I promise you, and this comes from my own personal experience as well as the experience of working with hundreds of couples from around the world, is this not the case. One of the greatest gifts you can ever give to your relationship is to cut the mind reading out and do yourselves both the honor of communicating succinctly and repeatedly what you need, what's going on, what you want, and most importantly, what you value about the other person. When you do this, you guys, and I promise you, you will see your relationships blossom to heights they've never been before. I hope you found value in this video. If you did, please share it. And I encourage you to watch it with your partner. It's going to be something that's going to only help foster your growth together. And remember, it takes two to tango. So it's not just your responsibility to watch the video. Get your partner involved as well. If you like the video, again, please share it with your friends and family. and I'll talk to you guys a little soon.